I came to LDV because what I do is companies and networking with people, connecting people and ideas, and this is a good venue for that.
There are incredible conversations that are happening here today that will educate more and more people. I think that we can take things to the next level by learning from each other.
There is a lot of cross-pollination of ideas that can happen because you can see the different aspects of building a company.
1.8 billion images uploaded and shared per day. If this is just the beginning, there'll be 10 to 20 to 30 billion every day in years to come. How do we know which images are good? How do we know which images to distribute? How will visual communications empower and disrupt? I want to learn from all of you.
Photographers have moved from being content suppliers only to also being publishers. As we as photographers are building our own social media outreach, we are starting to have audiences that are rivaling those of monthly magazines.
The crazy thing is now is everyone has a camera and everyone is a photographer or a photojournalist, and we get massive amounts of photos and massive amounts of data. Yeah? And what we can do is completely automate the whole process of the licensing, of the ranking, of the tagging.
There's all kinds of tools and cameras, this being one of them. It's capturing photographs of us, but the question is, how do we benefit?
The big benefit of having a wearable camera is that you can be an accidental storyteller just from the photos that you happen to capture from your day. You can be fully present, you can be engaging with people, with your kids, family or friends, or the people you meet.
Is this really how we're going to cover the places of this planet with photos? With people biking around holding up their phone or attaching it to their front window on their cars? I think so. If you want to cover everything, you can't rely on sending equipment or sending people to that place. You need to use what's already there.
I'm going to tell you briefly about some very exciting progress in object recognition. So this is the business where you take an image and you want the computer to automatically say what's in it. This is in fact the face identification system in Facebook. You have a sort of traditional computer vision front end where they kind of align the face using a 3D model, but then they pass it to one of these convolutional networks to determine what's the name of the person that has been detected.
Our technology goes on the background, process the photos, analyze, selects the best ones, crop like the interest areas.
This smudge of imagery data, there's a cat in it. I want to know where the cat is, how it's oriented, where the camera is, how motion is treated.
I'm most excited about seeing visually impaired people's lives change when they're suddenly able to read signs at a bus station, at an airport terminal, to recognize their friends' faces.
Our challenge is define what interestingness is, and then set up a computational approach for automatic video summarization. It's all about interestingness.
If the user says, I like this pair of sandals and I wish they were a bit more open, she would get a refined set of results which have the same degree of heel, but they're more open.
If you've seen the original video, you can observe here that the Ego Stitches are able to deliver significantly more content than corresponding single frames from the original video.
As the web gets populated with more and more things, our ability to consume textual information is going to be limited by how much we can actually take in, whereas we can take a lot more visual data very fast and just process it.
We are barely using video as a mechanism for messaging today compared to text. So I think there's a lot more to happen around visual communication in messaging.
Look at me, I have a wearable camera. Look at me, I'm wearing Google Glass. The question is, for those that are capturing video, when you think about the GoPro standing on the stage there looking at us right now, it's what do you do with all this damn footage?
The reason why we're all here today is that the next frontier in mobile computing is to enable devices to see and understand the world around us.
We started with a retail market to understand the path of purchase, the number of visitors, and what is the conversion rate in this environment.
Let's say that you have a fashion inspiration website where hundreds of thousands of people upload images every day, but they don't provide any kind of information about what's on the image. With our auto-categorization API, this category can be recognized, so the image is assigned to a predefined set of image fashion item categories.
Every time somebody takes a photo, every time somebody takes a tweet, that could be like a page rank for something that happens. And we could rank that, and we could understand the story of what was happening.
Clinch is the automated magical way to create video ads on the fly. This is an example of all the metadata being pulled from the CMS, letting the user know if they should buy the product, how, when, where, and everything that they have to know.
We bend light, creating an instantaneous focus where all the information is available right away. We do this by using the power of sound waves to shape and focus light.
We use our YouTube channel as our resume. Okay, we've actually built a career from that YouTube channel. We actually got a booking agent from our YouTube videos who put us on tour. We've been to over 250 different colleges around the country.
Yeah.
And we were even invited to perform on The Tonight Show 4 times.
What are we going to give to our kids? This? This? It's going to be like a list of passwords to actually go through all the memories. We decided to reimagine what memories should look like in the future using the technology available today.
You've seen us before at the bottom of an article recommending other videos you may want to watch. It doesn't make sense for people to look for content anymore, and content should be looking for people.
We work with brands and agencies to integrate their advertising content into the unique look and feel of the 1,000+ different publishers that we work with.
There are certain audiences now that if you're not advertising online, if you're not thinking about video content and advertising today, you can't reach your audience.
You've done all of this work, put all of these resources into creating a video, and the real question is, how do you get people to watch it, and how do you get a lot of people to watch it?
Did somebody who saw this media impression in their emerging media life actually do something in their offline life? Because most purchases still happen in this offline environment.
You know where I can stand? Right at the intersection of jumping photos and selfies. Stand up and take a selfie, jump in the air, take a photo of yourself and post it somewhere. Let's do this.
I said, what if we try to aim to see if we could do the first best-selling, mass-customized print-on-demand book, where not just the cover of the book, but throughout the book, the pictures inside would change, that your children's artwork would appear next to a page of other children's artwork. Your name would be inscribed on the invitation to attend Obama's inauguration. Your picture would be next to Oprah Winfrey inside the book in a way that's completely integrated.
The challenge brands have is they generally think in terms of 3-month campaigns and hitting their quarterly numbers, and they don't go, oh, I need to make a 10-year investment in this.
The consumer is not going to respond very well to just being broadcasted at or interrupted, and they are expecting a brand to engage with them.
It's about regularly producing content to compel people to come back and engage with the brand. It doesn't always result in a sale, but there is a halo effect on the brand as you get loyal brand followers.
A young Swede in our network named PewDiePie, he's got over 27 million subscribers. He has more views on his videos than Fallon and Kimmel combined. His fans will do what he says, when he says, where he says. They'll go buy any product, they'll go see any movie, they'll download any app, they'll pick up and buy any video game.
Social celebs are rising to power and, commanding more brand dollars without an agent, without a studio.
The tools are making it possible for anyone to be their own TV network. That's what we're trying to do with TouchCast. We're a TV studio and an iPad. What used to be $100,000 worth of equipment is now available in this.
We're in a very real-time business right now, so opportunity is really there, and we have audiences who will, in near real time, tell us what they do and don't want.
In the space, there are no rules, and you get instant feedback. What people like, don't like, what you could do differently, so it's immersive and interactive, and I think it is all about great storytelling.
I had a great time today. There were a lot of very bright people giving interesting presentations, covering a pretty wide range of topics.
It was great to have interactive, engaging VCs who were asking hard questions. It was great to have students in the audience. I love that. They definitely learned stuff.
I think they did a great job putting this together. It was a great crowd. I was amazed how many people were here all day.